Hi, everybody. I'm Sheila Ryan with Designs by Baby Moon, and I just thought I would pop on real quick. I've had several questions about the earring designs and specifically the hardware that I've been using, and so I wanted to show you some options and kind of walk through just some different choices that you have and tell you where I got the ones that I like using. Um, Honestly, I like a couple of different kinds, but there's all kinds of options out there. And so I wanted to kind of explain them to you because when I post a picture of earrings, the first question I usually get is, where'd you get that hardware? So let me tell you where I got that hardware, and let me tell you how to use it and why I picked that one for that particular thing. So if you're here with me, if you would say hi, I'm using StreamYard. So if you go to StreamYard.com and give your browser permission to use your name, that way I'll know who I'm talking to if you leave a comment. I'm streaming right now on Facebook as well as on YouTube. And I just set up a Twitch channel this morning. So it should be live on Twitch. I have two cameras so I can show you what's in front of me and I can talk to you at the same time. But I don't know how this is going to go. So I can still hear a little bit of an echo on my end. And I don't want to hear that echo. So I'm going to see if I can adjust that a bit. Those are clicks. Okay, I can see that there's 8 people on here. So if you're here, say hi. And if you're on, you're on the Designs by Baby Moon page. Okay, and I see that there's somebody here from Twitch and there's somebody here from YouTube. So if you can see me, would you just say something in the comments and just tell me that you're here so I can see? Hi, I can see Melissa. Hi, it's nice to see you. Hi, Shannon. I can see you here. Okay, Elise, can y'all hear me? So if you can see and hear me, then we're we're almost done. Anyway, I'm going to keep talking so you can have something to hear. So, anyway, let me just say we've been making earrings in our Designs by Baby Moon group. And I see Elise. Hi, Elise. And I also see Priscilla over on YouTube. Okay, this is super fun because I can see the comments coming from different places. So awesome. And Elise says you can hear it. Great. Okay, I'll keep going. And I'll quit worrying about the sound. So thank you guys for popping in with me. Anyway, so we've been making little earrings, and we've been making out of vinyl, and we've been making them just with thread and stabilizer for your embroidery machines. And I have several different kinds of designs. So lately, this last week, I made flowers and flip-flops. The letter of the week is F for flowers and flip-flops. In the past, we've made them out of vinyl, and we've made them with fringe, and just all kinds of different ways that you can make them. And I've been making in the hoop earrings for probably since the beginning of Designs by Baby Moon. And I wanted to show you, I actually have the very first design for earrings that I made. And I was so excited when I got these done. I actually made these out of leather, a smooth leather from probably the Tandy Leather store. And I made it with 2 layers of leather. There's a layer of leather on the front and as well as on the back. And here they are. I did it so that you had earrings and a pendant. So these are the earrings. I'll show you right here that I made. These are leather on the front and back. It's kind of a very smooth, glossy leather. I'm feeling now this is probably goat skin, which is generally thinner than cow skin. And it's really used for like fine leather goods, like for making wallets, like not the thick Western looking ones, but more like a little bit polished, smooth leather. So that's what these are made out of. And they came out awesome. And then I put 3 of the layers together. Oops, it's all tangled up. I put 3 of the layers together and made a big pendant. And so these are the goatskin leather on the front and then suede on the back. So just regular suede leather. And I put them on a leather cord and put some beads in between it. Anyway, this is still one of my favorite things, and I made it 4 years ago. When you get a design from Designs by Baby Moon, there's a tutorial inside, and based upon the time that I wrote the pattern, it may have a different tutorial in it, but they're all basically the same. If they're like a leather earring or vinyl, they have a certain few steps. And if they're a freestanding lace or freestanding lace with fringe, those have a different set of steps. And so the steps for each kind of earring are generally all the same. We're not going to talk about the steps, but there's a tutorial in each one. And in each one, I tell you about different kinds of earrings. But I've been using some new kinds of hardware, and they're not on any of the tutorials except for the very last tutorials that I've been using for the last few weeks. After I get done here, I'm going to catalog all these kinds of findings and then write one document that I'll post so that you can have a reference and decide what kind of findings you're going to use and what kind you want to find to use. So I have just a few minutes. I'm watching my time because I have a meeting in 25 minutes. So I'm going to try to talk quickly but slowly at the same time and go through what I have here. So let me switch over here so you can see what's in front of me, and we can talk about this stuff on the desk. Okay, so here's some of the earring designs that I've been making over here. What I'm wearing, I'm actually wearing a pair of these right now. These are the Fiesta freestanding lace fringe earring designs, and they're made just simply of thread and stabilizer. I used rayon silky rainbow variegated thread for the fringe part, and I used Isacord solid thread for the body of the earring. There's two steps. It stitches the fringe, then it stitches the body with a little loop, and then you cut your, you don't really have to cut anything. You cut the bobbin thread out. You can see that this is still, I didn't quite get it all the way done yet. But you cut the bobbin thread out. That releases the fringe to be nice and fluffy on the front. And then you take it and you wash away the stabilizer with hot water, and you're left with this cute earring. And this little loop here is where you can put your hardware. I did have some designs, and I'll just show you real quick, like these itty bitty gnomes. There were gnomes, mushrooms, bees, and ladybugs. They did not originally have the loops because I couldn't get those right. But I just recently just updated all of those files. So if they didn't have the loops before, they do have the loops now. But we were using these pinch bail style earring findings that I'll talk about in a little minute. So they didn't really need a loop. But not everybody has access to these. So I wanted to update the file so that if you did not have access to this type of earring finding, you could use them as well. Okay, but let's talk about the different kinds of findings. So I have made these as like a dangle earring. So by dangly means that they're going to hang from your earlobe from the holes. And there are several different kinds of these findings. The hardware that you put on is called a finding. And so if you're searching online and you're looking for, what is this called? These are called earring findings for jewelry makers to use when they're making earrings. There's lots of different kinds. These I got from Amazon, and these are the latest ones. And I have links for these in the Designs by Baby Moon Facebook group, as well as these tutorials where they're pictured on the design on the website. So these I think these are the freestanding lace garden friends. And then the fringe earrings, these all have a link to these exact findings that I got on Amazon. Now, on Amazon, you can find them in several different colors. So let me just show you. These are some that I got that are actually a black color, which is super cool if you're doing an earring. Let's see this one up here. Of course, it doesn't have a black finding. No, that one's not black. I had done some that were black. The body of the design was black. And so the little pinch bail part is black too. Now this is a B, one of those freestanding lace ones, and I put the rainbow hook on him, but you can see how cute this would be. Here's the ladybug that does not have a loop, and if I put the black one on there, I'm not going to pinch it on there because I'm using this ladybug for something else, but you can see how cute that would be. I mean, it almost looks like the little ladybug's head. So these are super easy to put on because it's just one piece. It has this little pinchy part, and you just simply squeeze that. You can even just use your fingers, and you just simply squeeze those closed around the top part of your earring. So really, you could use these style findings for any piece of anything. You wouldn't need to punch a hole. You don't have to use any extra pieces. They're very easy to use, and because they have these little prongs, they're really secure. So they're not going to let go of your earring piece. So that's why I like them, because they're pretty goof-proof. I guess they should call them goof-proof earring findings. I'm going to set this one aside, and let's talk about some other ones. So this kind right here has a little loop. It has like a little silver bead thing, and then it has these coiled around it, and it has a standard fishhook shape. You can get these everywhere. Any craft supply store, even Walmart has these in the craft section, because these are the ubiquitous, all-purpose, standard earring findings, and sometimes they're called fishhook earring wires because they're kind of made the same way fishing hardware things are. So you've got an eye-ring here, you've got the hook, and what you need for these is you need a jump ring to attach this to the body of the earring that you're going to use. So I have some of those right here. These are the turquoise cross rivets, and you can see I've got the fishhook right here that I've added a one jump ring and then a second jump ring so that the earring, when it's coming off your ear, hangs straight and flat, so it's facing out. I like using these because when you use these kind of findings, your earrings are nice and, what's the word for that? They're really dangly. I mean, they're dangly because they're dangling, but I guess they're jingly. If it was a bell, they would be jingly and fun. And so these are really fun because there's a lot of movement because of the jump rings. They're just fun and they really dangle. If you have crystals like these, you'll get extra reflection because they'll be catching the light from different angles because there's a lot of movement in there. Anyway, those are called the fishhook earrings or the fishhook ear wires. You can get them anywhere, but you do have to use extra jump rings to attach them to the body of your earring. And there's all kinds of little videos on YouTube that shows you how to use video or how to attach the jump rings to the ear wires and then to your project. But you can get these anywhere. You can get the jump rings, you can get the earring, any place where they're selling craft supplies for jewelry making. So that's and they're pretty cheap too. I think they're, you can get like 100 for $3. So depending on the kind of metal that you need, and I understand if some people need sterling silver or only gold or titanium, they have these available in multiple kinds of metals. So, check around with your craft stores and see what they have in their jewelry making department. Okay, those are the fishhook ones. My longtime, all-time favorite kind of earring finding are these. They're a little big and they're a little ridiculous sometimes, but I absolutely love these great big ear wires. So I have great big ones and I have little ones. I put the little ones somewhere safe. They're on these earrings, but I wanted to show you. Let me just take them off. These are sometimes called double J or double S. It's an earring, it's a wire basically with a big bead on the end that has been curved buy a machine or buy a tool or something just to give it that double curve. I guess it looks like an S if you hold it this way. It looks like a J if you do it this way. So you can see a J. There's a little J and a big J. Double J, double S. These are so cool though, because you don't really need any other hardware for them either. You can use an extra jump ring or something on them. But if you don't have time, if you have limited dexterity, or even if you have like a vision impairment, these are really pretty easy to use. All you need to do is either punch a hole in your vinyl earrings and then simply, oh, that's the wrong one. Where'd it go? You just simply go in from the front with your ear wire. You pull it through until that little ball is kind of securing it, and you can simply squeeze it together with your fingernails, and it's very secure. So it is, the ear wire is on there. Oh, I just lost an earbud. The ear wire is on there. It's very secure. And this little piece that you've added, that you either machine embroidered or cut out of leather or vinyl, it's not really going to go anywhere. This small one, so this sits up nice and close to your earlobe. So it's not very dangly. You can add some jump rings. You could add a jump ring here and then another one and then go through the jump ring, and that gives it a little bit more movement if you want it extra jingly, and that's kind of fun. Or you can simply leave it like this for a super fast and quick way to get those earrings done. So these are the double J ones. These small ones I got off eBay, and these are sterling silver. I have people in my house that have a couple of nickel allergies. So we have to have sterling silver ones. So I ordered these, specifically for that. These bigger ones that I really love, these are from Chameleon, which is a super fun website that has all kinds of findings and hardware and acrylic kind of templates and things. But these are theirs, and theirs are a lot bigger than these little bitty ones that I got off eBay. So you can see the size difference. And because they're bigger, they have a little bit more fun. And I'm all about fun. So you can see how this earring is pretty secure. I just put it through the little loop, and then it kind of has a little bit of movement, and dangly. This one is freestanding lace. This one is vinyl, but it still has a little bit of movement. So because it's bigger, it's not going to hang right on your earlobe. So the curve right here where it's going to hit your earlobe is right here, and it's going to go through there. And so you have a little bit more movement, so it's not held flat against your head. So you have a little bit more movement and a little bit more fun. So I do love these, and the small ones the best. And for my own personal earrings that I wear most all the time, I will generally use these more than anything. They're just fun. The only thing about these, though, is that they hang farther down from your ear. And if you're somebody that doesn't really like big earrings, or even if you like bigger earrings, but you have a shorter neck, you might find that these are hanging down too far away from your ears. So keep that in mind when you're picking your hardware. And if you don't want your earrings hanging that low, then this might not be the best option for you. I will tell you that this wire is pretty soft and easy to bend. I don't want to bend this one, but I had another one that was kind of bendy already. I think it was this one. Yeah, I've already bent this one a little bit. So you could take some jewelry pliers and you could reshape this a little bit to get it so that that big curve isn't so far up. And then this would be closer. And so it wouldn't be hanging that far away. And then let me just show you on this one how this curve would be a little bit higher. And so that's not so far away from your ear. Where this one is at least a good 1/2 inch below your earlobe or the piercing. So that one's going to jangle more. This one a little bit less because it'll be up closer to your earlobe. So that's just something to keep in mind. But these are super fun, and I really love these. Again, these are at Craft Chameleon, the big ones, and she calls them double J ear wires. The smaller ones I got on eBay, and they were, sterling silver double curve ear wires is what the name of them was. Okay, are those all of the dangly ones? I think so. And as far as dangly ones go, if you're shopping at a craft store, you might find other kinds of findings. So these are kind of neat. So these actually have a little flower before they have a little hole where you would put your jump rings on and then attach the piece. So this would act as your first jump ring. Then your second jump ring would go around there. And then you would put your, the little earring piece on there. And so this has an extra little decorative area. So look around at your craft stores, see what they have, and see what you might think would be fun. The other thing is about those pinch bail ones, and this was the other thing I wanted to tell you about the pinch bail ones. They are longer away from your earlobe as well. So you can see that they look very similar right here to the original fishhook ear wires, the kind you can get everywhere. So here's the original, well, not original, but the ubiquitous fishhook ear wires. Okay, these just have added this little pinch bail piece already done by the factory, so you don't have to mess with that. They have a jump ring. Is that right? Yeah, they have it. No, that pinch bail part is its own thing. So it's just the earring plus the pinch bail. Now, if you don't want to order off Amazon, or you're a true DIYer, you can just get your own pinch bails, which are also available in most jewelry sections. Although I haven't seen them at Walmart. I have seen them at Michael's or at Joann's or Hobby Lobby. And so here's a pinch bail, a package of pinch bails that I picked up from somewhere. And they're basically the same as the ones that are on the earring wires. This pinch bail is a little bit bigger. It's, I think I may have gotten to match a certain ear wire that I already had. So it just says pinch bails gold. So, look around for those. But again, those are the kind you would need to open these up a little bit more and then squeeze them together around, either through the loop or on the either side of the earring piece that you were going to use. But these pinch bails would work great. So you can DIY it with the regular fishhook ear wires plus the pinch bail. Just know that whenever you've added something to the length of the ear wire, then you're making it longer. And so if long earrings are going to bug you or that's not your thing, then maybe you want to do something different. Or maybe you don't like these kind of ear wires that hang from your ears and you need something that's a little bit more secure. So that's why I wanted to show you some of these other ones. So what I have here, let me take one of these out. These are also available in most craft stores that sell jewelry supplies. Again, I have not seen these at my Walmart, but maybe yours has them. These are called post ball earring findings. So it's just a post, just like an earring stud, like when you get your ears pierced. So you've got a little stud, but the stud has a little loop on it. And in that little loop, you can put another jump ring to add your earring piece to. And then this is right up in your earlobe. And so whatever is hanging from it, depending on the size of the jump ring that you use, these are right up close to your earring. So they're not going to be as far down. So with the pinch bail ones or those big double S curves, they're going to hang about this far down. But this will pull it back up so it's close to your earring or your ear piercing hole. So they're not so far away. So that's something to keep in mind. And you can generally find these, if you're sensitive to other metals, you can find these in sterling silver. I've even seen them in the clear silicone or plastic that's completely non-allergenic, that's body safe. So, or even titanium. I've seen them in all kinds of metals for special purposes. So these are the kind that you would need. I had a package of them. Oh, yeah, you'll need these butterfly clutch backings for them. So these are just the standard, when you buy a pair of post earrings, they have these little backs. This is what you would need for the back of those. Okay? Those are super fun. And I found those in a couple of different versions. So this one, let's see, let me take this one out because this one was unique and I just thought I would show you. This is another post version, but instead of having the ball like that other one, this one's flat. And so this flat part right here, you could actually glue a small gem or a button or something. And then you also have the tiny, I mean, it's so tiny, it's hard to see, a tiny little hole that you can put a jump ring in and then hang your dangly from. So that is another option right there. So you've got the post that looks more like an earring stud with a ball. You've got the flat post that you could add a gem or a button or some other little flat back thing to, a little pearl or something, and then hang your dangly piece from. And that's totally different from the, the J curves or the fish hook wires or the pinch bell wires. So those are just some options. I just thought I would show all those to you. Let me show you some of the ones that I found, just because, you never know what kind of mood you're going to be in when you're making earrings when you sit down to make some. I found on Amazon, and I'm not sure if I trust what Amazon said. Take all of that with a grain of salt. You'd have to get these tested to be sure. But the listing said that, here we go. These are 14 karat gold. These are the double curved earring findings. So they're like the silver ones that I've gotten from Craft Chameleon, or the other ones that I got on eBay. They just say that they're gold plated. So I'm not sure, and I wouldn't really trust that unless I could verify it. And I don't have a gold testy thingy. I have gotten some of the other double curved ones in different colors. Oh, sometimes these are called French ear wires. That's the other name for them. I was trying to think what that other name was. And this is a pack that I had the dark brass, the rose gold, just the regular golden color. It's not really gold. This is closer to actual gold. And then a silver color. So that's a fun assortment. One thing about any of these dangly ear wires, though, and this package has some included, is you're going to want to use a, let me just open this and show you. You're going to want some sort of back, because after you've done all this work, putting these earrings together, stitching them out, washing the stabilizer away, or cutting and trimming and everything, the last thing you want to do is lose an earring. So these little, wow, that is so tiny. I don't even know if you can see it in my hand. These are little rubber silicone. I don't know what they're made of, but they're just little rubber stoppers that you slide on the end of the ear wire. So after you put it on, you slide this on, if you can see the hole, which I obviously can't, and then I dropped it. Okay, let's try that again. You slide that on, and that prevents it from popping out of your ear. So when you're moving your head and it's jangling around, these could work themselves out of your ear. But if you put one of these stoppers on it, you'll be good. So, and you can get these at any craft store as well. So if they sell these fish hook ear wires, they're going to have a package of these stoppers too, and they're very cheap. So when you're shopping for hardware, be sure that you get the backs. If you're getting the post ones, you need to get the butterfly clutch backs. If you're getting the ear wires, then you can get the rubber stoppers, or sometimes they'll have ones that they're rubber or silicone, but they'll have like a metal band so that they kind of match if you see the back. Okay, that's it. I think that's it. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'd be happy to answer your questions. We can keep talking about this, and I just wanted to drop in real quick. I will be making a document that lists all these out, and I'll even tell you where I got them from, whether I got them at the store or somewhere local or somewhere online. So the nice thing about making earrings is that all the supplies for making earrings don't really take up a lot of space. So if you've kind of fallen off the deep end and you end up with a lot of supplies, they'll all tuck away nicely in a drawer somewhere. So I hope that's helpful. Please let me know if you're watching on YouTube, if you would do me a favor and click like on this if you enjoyed hanging out with me, and also subscribe so that you'll get notice of when I go live again. If you're watching on Facebook, please click like on our Facebook page and share this to your sewing groups or your friends or any place where you like to share content on Facebook. And also, if you're new here on Twitch, thank you for popping in. This is the first Twitch thing I've done, so my kids are going to fully cringe when they find out that I joined Twitch, but I'd love for you to give me a follow over there too. As always, you can find my designs at designsbybabymoon.com. You can join our Facebook group, which is Designs by Baby Moon, Friends and Fans, Ridiculously Cute Embroidery Designs, something like that. So I'd love to have you over there and interact with you wherever you are on social media. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.